Welcome back, everyone, to this edition of Try Hard Trucking with me, Rollcage TV, where I continue to do the best I can with what I've got, which is not a lot of talent, but a whole lot of windows rolled down. Yes, it may be cold here, but it's warm here where I'm streaming from, and so if my voice sounds a little staticky or windy, that's because I've got the air conditioner on. I normally don't try to stream with the air conditioner on, but we've got an extreme heat advisory today, so just pretend it's the sound of the wind whistling through the cab as I go do my next delivery here. I'm in the middle of doing this engine troubles, and it was a two-parter, and they didn't tell me it was a two-parter unless I missed something. Maybe it's possible I missed something. They didn't tell me it was a two-parter, and I had to deliver this truck. And if you missed the last episode, you had some excitement watching me try to YOLO down this icy hill while I was dragging a truck behind me. But we got it done. And now we gotta go over other small obstructions that never go away on this map. And come around here and deliver this back at the garage, which is convenient because then I can just recover back to the garage and get all my fuel back. I don't know where's the right one to go in. Let's say this one. And now, I hope there isn't a part 3, because when I came here to look at this, normally, if you look at the task, it lists all the different various parts, right? Like it'll say deliver to repair shop this thing, and then after that I'll say deliver to something this thing, and then after that I'll say deliver something this thing, and you can look up everything that you need to do in advance. It won't all appear on the right side of your screen, so you'll know you do it in stages, but on this list it all appears, but it didn't do that this time. So I don't know how many steps this thing has, and I'm not going to go look it up on MapRunner, because I don't take the time to do stuff like that. I play this game as it was meant to be played, with limited information and no wiki. Anyway, let's go get this delivered, and then we need to figure out what we're going to do next. I am seriously going to recover this to the garage, because I might want to change the configuration of it anyway. Since I'm right next to the garage, I can take it to the garage. I can even recover it for nothing, but I could just take it to the garage. Even if I was playing in hard mode, I could take it to the garage. We're not playing in hard mode, just playing a normal game. No add-ons, no nothing. As I say every so often, the easy mode part is that I'm playing with paid DLC vehicles external to the map, so like, you know, $3 for one vehicle. Rip off vehicles, but I got everything with a tremendous discount, and got the Mastodon. That's the only real DLC pack I recommend, is the fixed Mastodon, because this is a monstrous vehicle. New ones came out just a little bit ago, and I don't have them yet. A couple new vehicles, and I don't have them yet. But I will be taking a look at them, because I'm committed now. It's kind of my thing to only use the paid DLC vehicles, and the new one came out, I bought it. One, because supporting Saber is, you know, I don't mind giving them a little money. They're a really high quality organization. Let's see, which is the best way? Actually, you can do in this direction. You can do it pretty much anywhere. It's in the other direction that is difficult. So yeah, I don't mind, you know, giving them a couple bucks every 3 months in order to get a new piece of software, add to the goodies. And new ones came out, but I don't know if I'm going to replace them. Definitely not replacing this vehicle, and I haven't found anything even close to replace my Rosvani Hercules because of what it gives me. Tremendous amount of range. It's very wide and flat, hard to tip over. It's a great scout truck. The one thing it doesn't have is a trailer hitch. So I've got a Jeep Wrangler for that. And I wouldn't mind replacing the Jeep Wrangler. It's also very stable, but it's very light, so it's very fast, but it's also very light, which means it can barely carry around the prototype exploration unit that I need to scout the map, because that's part of 100%, the scouting the whole map. Anyway, everybody on the stream has heard this before, because I went over this at the beginning of the stream. If you watched the last YouTube episode, you heard it all, so there's my summary. Try not to keep repeating myself. This is where I want to begin. Did I do it without hitting anything this time? Almost! Oh, that was so close. Oh, not my mic again. I'm going to have to unplug and replug the mic in at some point. And now, is this going to be it? Is this going to be it? Yes! Thank you! Well, that's it, Iceman. I'll handle it on my own now. Thanks for the help. 3,000, I don't know. With two, if it was 3,000 for just one of those two parts, but you've tricked me. You tricked me into telling me there was two parts. Actually, maybe if I'd have read the thing, it would have said two parts. Yeah, I'm just gonna cover, get all my fuel back, and get all my repairs done, everything gets going. Now I'll go look on the map and see what I want to do next. Let's see. New pool, I said that didn't look too bad. I mean, it looks challenging, but I think it requires the crane truck. Is that the one that requires the crane truck? No, where is it? Oh no, that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. Because I know I can drive on this ice, get over to there. Portable cabin. That's to be dragged, right? If I use the flatbed, I might actually be able to put it in the bed. I don't know if I can pack it on the bed. But I don't mind dragging it. And then it's back across here, over there. I have to get it here. I have to come across here and then along this crackly ice over there. That's okay. I can do it. I can do it. Okay. Unless there's a part two. Let me read this. Folks, speaking of a king-size catfish living somewhere in this house, could you bring my stuff there? Yeah. Sure. Okay. So this is part one. Let's get over to here. And I'm gonna go in and get a flatbed just in case. I think I have to drag it, but let's get a flatbed in case I can fit it on enough. Sideboard bed, and now this will be, I can put something on that's a little bit wider. I still need the crane. So, alright, leave the garage before I start everything up. Let's figure out how I'm getting there. I'm going to get there across this ice because I know it's not crackly ice if it's drivable. And then I'll probably have to take my crane and drive it over because I'm sure it's on crackly ice. But the great thing about this Mastodon is it laughs at crackly ice, at least on this map. If it's like crackly ice in the river, well, then I'm kind of trouble. If it runs into crackly ice over mud or anywhere else that might stop a normal vehicle, yeah, I didn't stop this. Okay, now this is probably bad ice. Let's try to get up this way. I'm going to suspect that there's a way to get up that way, even though I don't know for sure. Because there's no way to get back around here. Lost Trailer. Let me see where Lost Trailer needs to go. Maybe I'll drag that behind me. It's going in my direction one way or the other. Maybe I'll drag that behind me. I can do 2 for 1 because I can do that. I can do things efficiently sometimes. Let's just Lost Trailer. Yeah, I know it goes there. Where does it go? Wait, that's it? Oh, it's way up there. Okay, so what is this trailer here? Scout Fuel Carrier. That's not the one I want. Okay, where does the Scout Fuel Carrier go? I have no idea. Does it go anywhere, or is it just sitting there? Anything that looks like they need a new... Well, I'm not going to worry about it this time. Okay, now... I have to get across this river, but I don't really have to get across this river. All I have to do is get up here, but that's an icy slope. I'm not sure I can get up. Yeah, that's how I'll go. Yeah, that's how I'll go. It's going to be a long way around. Unless I can get up here easier. No, that's an icy slope. I'm pretty sure that I will not be able to get up with this truck. So we're going to go the long way around. The only truck that can get up that icy slope is the Jeep Wrangler that I have, or not the Jeep Wrangler, the GMC Brigadier, because that can have ice tires. The problem is I can't plow through snow with that. So, and that's kind of the problem with anything that has ice tires. Now I've got half ice tires on it, but it still doesn't plow through the snow well enough to drag this stuff around. It might be a job for that vehicle, but every time I think it's a job for that vehicle, I get it bogged down in crackly snow. So, yeah. Now let's see. So here, I'm just going to go out of here. This way, right? Yeah. Oh, this map takes forever. I don't plan these things out in advance, as I'm very famous for saying. I stream. I'm an overtired guy, right? And so I'm not going to make, this isn't my 24-hour day job. My 24-hour day job is taking naps. But I do stream about 16 hours a week, and then I chop the videos up for YouTube, but that takes about half as much time to actually do the work, but then to, there's a way to get there, and then, so that's 24 hours, but then I have to wait around for YouTube process, so it takes, all in all, it takes at least as much time as it does to stream. So that's pretty much a full-time job. I think I can get there from here. And I'm going to be crossing some crackly ice patches, I'm sure, but I should be able to get through them. And if I get stuck, well, I got a big vehicle with a crane that can pull me out. Or I can just recover to the garage, which I'm not above doing, because I'm not playing in hard mode. It costs me no money to do that. And I sold a bunch of, every truck I come to on the map, I just sell because I'm only using paid DLC vehicles. This is going to be a long way to go. I'm going to stay on this crackly ice because I know it's a way I can go. The sheets of ice. The sheets of ice are not crackly. At least not on this map. They can be dangerous. But I'm going to stay here. And boy, every time I talk, can't you hear the wind in the background? The microphone I have, which is a decent microphone and decent headset for playing video games, but it doesn't have a lot of options as far as settings and things, and it has a it will not cut on until my voice is loud enough that it cuts on, right? So when I'm not speaking, you don't hear the air conditioner in the background. But when I start speaking, you can hear the air conditioner in the background, which makes it sound like, oh, either something wrong with my voice or there's something wrong with the microphone or something, but it's not. So from this point, I'm just going to repeat the path back. But I'm not going to lay that all out right now. I will lay it all out later. Yeah, this is a terribly long way to go, but I'm pretty sure I can't get up that icy slope. Which is a lot more direct way. And this is part of the problem with this map, is no, that's not what I wanted to do. Is it? Or is it what I wanted to do? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, no. Gotta get rid of this. Gotta get rid of this marker. Move this marker. Thank you. Oh, and these are out of order too. I don't even know. Now here, is that rocks? Can I get around that, or do I have to go? I might not be able to go that way. I might have to go around those rocks. Let's see. Okay. I will see if I can do that, and that is a weird, circuitous route, that's for sure. And then I have to take it back to here. Yeah. Okay, let's try it. Let's get going. Let me take a big drink. Gotta hydrate. Six and a half, 7 hour streams. Gotta hydrate. I did not go outside. I've been doing daily walks. I usually take Sundays off of my walks anyway. And just trying to get back. And I mean, you know, I'm an old man. I'm not going to be running any marathons or anything, but try to get a little bit back in shape. Sitting around streaming is not very active. try to go for a walk every day. 45 minutes or so, I think on average. But I usually take Sundays off, but I did not walk yesterday. This is a Sunday. Yesterday was a Saturday, and the heat advisory was both days. Or not heat advisory, I keep saying heat advisory. Heat warning. It's not an advisory. It might not potentially get to be dangerous levels. It is dangerous levels for multiple days. There was a heat advisory up until like Thursday when they upgraded it. I looked at the rules. They can't do a heat warning until it's within 48 hours or something of it expected, so they put it down as a heat advisory, and then within like 45 or 48 hours or something when it's expected, then they can upgrade it to a heat. And this is all in the U.S., of course. You're watching from another country. Who knows what you guys' rules are? I don't. Hopefully you do, but I don't. But this is the National Weather Service's rules. And they have the most complicated formula for determining, yeah, this is what I thought. This is actually the way to get there is this way, believe it or not. This I remember. They have the most complicated formula for determining the heat index. It's a combination of two quadratic equations, each in one variable. And so what means it's a fourth order equation in total. But none of them, so it's like some constant x squared y squared, some constant x squared y, some constant y squared x, some constant xy, some constant x, some constant y, something like that. Every combination up to order 2 in one of the two variables. And the two variables are temperature and humidity. So it's all based on the temperature and the humidity. But it's such a bizarre, and of course the temperature is measured in Fahrenheit. Now I have a simplified index I call the oven index. The oven index is 100 degrees or more. We don't turn the oven on because the air conditioner can't keep up with it. And the simplified model is you take the degrees in Fahrenheit and add half of the relative humidity. Now if you're using centigrade, because centigrade degrees are about twice the size as Fahrenheit degrees, then you would just add centigrade to the relative humidity directly. You wouldn't have to have the humidity. But then I don't know what your cutoff numbers would be. I never get to figure that out. But yes, if it's over 100, we don't run the oven. And I think it roughly corresponds to like a heat warning index. So if it's over 110, then you get like a heat advisory, and if it's over 115, then you get a heat warning, something like that. So I have a much simplified index. It does include a fourth order equation and two variables. You know anything about math, you know that's ridiculously complicated equation. And none of the coefficients, none of the constants are like whole numbers or simple fractions. They're all like irrational numbers out to estimated out to 5 decimal places or something. It's a ridiculous one. But there is a calculator you can use on the National Weather Service site to determine the heat index, and then there's rules about the heat index has to be over 100 or something to get in warming, and then to get an advisory, and then over 110 or 115 or something. I don't know. But I've decided what I will do is I'll come up with another limit for being able to keep the air conditioner off during the streams. Only run it during the break. 100 is a convenient number on my Fahrenheit plus half relative humidity for the oven. That seems to work pretty well. But I'll come up with another limit number. I'm allowed to run the air conditioner. It'll be over 100. I'm allowed to turn off the air conditioner for 45 minutes at a time or an hour at a time, as long as the index is under 110. I tried that yesterday with a 3-hour stream, and believe me, it did not work. The air conditioner ran after that. It got up so hot that the air conditioner after that ran for like 20 hours straight, which is not what it should be doing. It should cut off eventually. Although it is pretty hot outside, so just keeping it to a manageable temperature runs it pretty continuously. And that's where I need to drop it back off, isn't it? Speaking of, I need to hydrate a little. Let's not go off into the water while I do this. And I could get around that rock, but it was touch and go. I know there's another rock somewhere else I absolutely can't get across. Alright, let's go. I can't get around without losing a tire into the water, and then forget it, I'm done. This is what the first map of this region is like, except not to this extreme. This is much, much harder. There is basically one river to get across, I think one tributary, which is pretty easy. So there's a little bit of, like, sometimes you got to go a little bit out of your way in one direction, then you can cut across and go where you got to go. This one, you have to zigzag out of your way back and forth a few times. And there's other places that you might as well recover back to the first map's garage and come back through the gateway if you're going to get over there. That's how difficult it would be to get to from this garage. And the garage in the first map is nowhere near the gateway, so you're traversing the entire first map in order to be able to get to the gateway, and yet that's easier than to try to get across the river on this map. That tells you how difficult it can be to get across the river on this map. There's a couple places where maybe you can get across that I haven't experimented with yet. Okay, now this is definitely one I cannot get across. Definitely can't get across that. So I think I have to get up there instead. And that's ice, but I think it's level ice. So let's see if I can delete these points. No, of course. Rotate, try it again. No. This is not documented anywhere that you can do this. I'm hitting the same button I would hit to add, and in the lower right hand corner it only gives you the option to delete all of your, or the last of your markers, but it is possible to delete them. You don't need to, you can delete individual ones, but it is tricky, which I can understand why they wouldn't put on the little help screen there, add and subtract. If they fix the code, then they could do that. But what I find helps is just rotating the screen. So now I have to go back. Now I have to actually go back and find my way up to this road. It's rocky, it might be bad ice. I probably should have gone from here and across, because it looks like there's a way there. But, I'm just going to put a few of these on here. And it looks like there's a way to go around that ice. Snow, but not ice. So let me try that. I'm pretty sure I can get across that ice, though. Because it's level. Let's see. Because this thing can get across any amount of snow. I don't know if this ice is level. We will try this. Of course, as I said, I wasn't sure if I could get around there. I could have just made markers to there. I wouldn't have to redo all this, but I didn't. This map is a lot of trial and error, and the problem is I err very often because I can't remember what trials didn't work. And I kind of find that to be unfair and out of the kind of the feel for the game, the motif of the game. Anyway, that's the new path I'm trying to take. It requires a skill set that isn't just relaxing, you know, driving around, maybe doing some problem solving. It requires memorization of where you can and can't go. And if you could mark the map to say, okay, this way is not really passable, this way is ice, this way is not, because it's not clear on the map which way is icy sometimes. I mean, that clearly looked like ice, right? There are places where, oh, this looks like a road, but it's actually blocked. It looks like it's nice and clear, but it's like a 20-year-old MapQuest map that hasn't been kept up to date, and now there's, you know, that road doesn't exist anymore. So, yeah, I find that to be kind of unfair and frustrating, which is why this has definitely been the most frustrating. I love the game. I'm still loving the game, but I find this map to be the absolute most frustrating because I find it a bit unfair. My best example of that is there's one task where you have to, all you have to do is hit these certain points in this abandoned factory. But it's unclear from the map where you can and can't go. It looks like everything's obstructed, but it turns out that some ways are obstructed, but other ways you can get through. You can either break through or you can drive over, but you don't know which is which until you get there and try it. So it's like a corn maze. You have to, I'm from the Midwest, it's like a corn maze. You have to find your way through blind, basically. The map doesn't do you any good at all, which is kind of frustrating and unfair. Okay. There's nothing fun and relaxing about that. Fortunately, you only have to go there once. It's not like you have to memorize that path, because then you have to go through that path again. But there are places in here where you just got to memorize, okay, this is not really a road that's passable. It looks like on the map. Now there is a place, I talked about MapRunner. That's maprunner.info. It gives you a lot of information on where to get to places. maprunner.info, there's a beta of a 3D version, and it's called 3d.maprunner.info. And so if you want to, I see this little trail is also on the icy water, but it's able to get through it. If you want to see the terrain as it actually appears on the map, what they did is they took the map files and actually rendered the entire map in 3D. So you can see, you can fly around and you can see, okay, this tree and this, you know, this tree is here. This way it looks like a path on the in-game map, but actually it's blocked, you know, here or blocked there. This slope, I can't tell how steep this slope is in the on-game map. If you go to the 3d.maprunner.com, you'll be able to see exactly how steep it is. So it's a very useful tool, but unfortunately, it's an external tool that has to be used. I should have not put that so close to the intersection. It's an external tool that has to be used, which is kind of inconvenient to use while you're sitting here streaming the game and doing a playthrough. If I was doing a playthrough all on my own and I got stuck, well, I could have, you know, I could have that thing up. But I'm not gonna, you know, pause the stream for 10 minutes while I open up on another tablet MapRunner and try to figure it out. Anyway. These days, a lot of games almost seemingly require that you use external tools to be able to play them. They kind of assume was that the thing I had to pick up? No. Oh, I see. I'm just going down to the water now. That was a bypass to the water. Or can I get to where I need to go? No, I do have to get down to the water, one way or the other. Which to me kind of stinks. I'm playing Civilization, and they have a Civilopedia, which is supposed to give you all the information in game that you need to play the game. Very complicated strategy game. I've never played any other Civilization game, so I'm going in completely blind. That might be crackly ice, but I should be able to get over it. It is not crackly. See, I had no way of knowing whether it was crackly ice or not from the map. Or any other context clues. What time is it? No, it'll just be darker. I switched to morning. My light's on, right? No, leave my lights on. But a lot of the things in the Civilopedia are not worded clearly. And so, to really get to know how to play, you have to use the wiki. Or just have played for 100 years, or maybe not 100 years, but the game's been out for like 20 years or something. You have to play every version of the game up until that version to know. Okay, now I'm a little concerned. How many of these do I have to deliver? Do I have to deliver like all of these? It just says portable cabin, but there's more than one portable cabin here. Or are these not portable cabins? No, those are not portable cabins. They don't move. Okay, this is the only portable one. Try to turn around without backing into the water. Okay, and I don't think this fits, but I'll give it a shot. Oh, don't, no! See, I was trying to hit the brake. Let's see, like you can see what I'm doing. I was trying to hit the brake lever, which is the left trigger, but I was already going in reverse, and that doesn't brake you when you're going in reverse. it's convenient to not have to shift in reverse every time, but it does kind of get confusing when you don't. I've been playing video games for 50 years, as there were video games. I don't think this is going to fit. Yeah, that ain't going to fit. I just have to drive it on its skids. Okay, well, it was worth trying. I have a long bed I could try to put it in, but I think it's too wide for that too. And it might not even fit on that. And the long bed doesn't allow me to crane either, so. I have an articulated bed on a different vehicle I could lower down. Alright. Let's retrace my steps back to there, which is a long way away. And I start, of course, going back on this ice. And where was the where I could get across? See, that's the icy way, but I was able to get across there. Okay. Let's see if I can just get up here. I don't know what I did last time, but I'm going to see if I can just get up there. Not up there, that's too bizarre. This might even be what I did last time. I don't know. Anyway, I still love the game, but this map, this region has been so frustrating, it's turned me off. It's lowered my love for the game considerably. And then down through here. Because I don't know about this. I guess I can go there. And then I can get to there and cross. Oh, was that the rock I couldn't pass? Yeah, that's the rock I couldn't pass. So I do want to go this way. I can go around here. And even though it's icy, it doesn't show ice like here, so I'm hoping that... And I got through here coming the other direction. So I know it's possible. It's not bad. I have to hug the trees a little bit. And see, on this thing, it looks like there's no trees anywhere, right? But then, I don't think that was true. I think there actually were trees there somewhere. And I don't know what direction to go across here. I'm just gonna put a marker here and say, I have to get there. No, I don't have to get there. Oh, no, I don't have to delete it. No, delete it. Delete it. No, am I deleting or am I adding? Deleting. Delete here as well. Coming down here. Why wasn't I couldn't go this way? Because I couldn't get past that rock. So I want to go up here. Okay. Boy, more to delete. I did want to get across here to there. I have to avoid that rock, and I just have to memorize that that's the rock that I need to avoid. Delete these other things in a minute. No, delete. Delete. Thank you. Delete. Delete. I sure hope I'm putting these in the right order. I did not. I put them in the exact wrong order. Oh, for goodness sakes. Ah! Damn, it's so frustrating. Okay, it's this branch. Somehow through those trees. It's actually across these rocks. Now, across here, again, somehow. Probably along the rocks here and over to there, but I'll just hope that that ice doesn't touch me. And that doesn't help me, that's a dead end. That's to get up to somewhere. Another task. When I lean forward, my voice gets lower and the air conditioner gets louder. So, sorry for that. Okay, now there was one more spot I had to clear up. Somehow to here, know the best way. I'm marking this very, very close together because, like I said, I don't know what's going to be snow there and what's not going to be. Will I be able to recognize the road or not? I might get to a point where it's like, oh, do I go on the left of the rock or the right of the rock? They all look the same, so I need to make sure that I have the waypoint set pretty carefully. Anyway, I am up to 48 minutes, and I think this is probably a good time to stop. Let's I hit the wrong button. Let's go back to the map. No, I've gotten the wrong button. That's the button I want to press. This is why I'm not a professional. Yes, it's daytime. So I'm going to stop the engine here. I'm going to turn off the lights. I'm going to... Can you not turn off the lights without this engine on? Oh, wait. Why am I not? Oh, because I got like inch points selected. There we go. Okay. Now stop the engine. And now this will be our task with the beautiful northern lights in the background. This will be our task for the next YouTube episode. If you're watching on Twitch though, stick around. I'm just going to take a short break. I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. If you're watching on YouTube, that's going to be it for this YouTube episode. The next episode will be the next weekday at noon U.S. Central Time. Weekdays. I did say weekdays. Yeah. Weekdays at noon U.S. Central Time, which is 6 p.m. 1800 hours in the UK and 0600 hours. Wait. I'm listening to myself saying this back and it sounds all wrong, so I'm going to start over again. The next YouTube episode will be noon the next weekday at... I'm professional. I've been doing this for 4 years, for goodness sakes. Twitch, stick around. YouTube, the next episode will be the next weekday at noon U.S. Central Time, which is 6 p.m. or 1800 hours in the UK and 0600 hours the next day in New Zealand. Either way, Twitch, stick around. YouTube, next episode. Thank you much for watching, and I will see you then.